Dear children, you just said a prayer. I bear witness to my God that thou hast created me to know thee and to worship thee. This prayer says, O God, you have created me for two things. Number one, to know thee. And number two, to worship thee. What do we mean by knowing God? How do we know God? We cannot see Him. We cannot meet Him. We cannot talk to Him. But still it is our purpose in life to know Him. So how do we know Him? Knowing God means knowing what is in His heart. What are the thoughts of God? What He thinks for us? He is the Creator. He has created us all for our benefit. What He thinks, that what is good for us. So He has sent all these teachings. Bhagavad Gita, 5,000 years ago, came. Tripatak came to the heart of Buddha. Bhagavad Gita came to the heart of Krishna. Tripatak came to the heart of Buddha. And Bible came to the heart of Jesus. And Quran Sharif came to the heart of Muhammad. And Guru Granth Sahib came to the heart of Nanak Ji. And Baha'i teachings came to the heart of Baha'u'llah. So dear children, what is written in these books? They are the thoughts of God. They are not the thoughts of these manifestations of God. They are not the thoughts of the divine educators. They are the thoughts of God Himself. He has revealed these books. These books are revealed, and Ramayana, we have kept it here. It is not revealed. It is not revealed by God. It is written by a saint who was born 500 years ago. And Ram came 7,500 years ago. So after the death of Ram, 7,000 years later, Tulsidas Ji was born, and he was impressed by the teachings of Ram, because wherever he went, he saw people singing in praise of Ram, singing kirtan, bhajan, and there were so many stories they were narrating. He felt so happy that he started writing all these stories. Then he went from door to door. In the villages, he went here and there to find out if somebody has some story about Ram. And for past 7,000 years, the Ram's life was so powerful, that his teachings were so powerful, that the people kept on remembering them, guiding their children into the pathways of Lord Ram. And Tulsidas Ji collected all that material and wrote this Ramayana. So Ramayana is not revealed. It has not been given to Ram. It is not revealed to Ram. It has not come 7,500 years ago. Ram came 7,500 years ago. But this is unrevealed. Revealed books of God and unrevealed. What is the difference? Revealed books of God are those which are revealed by God, one God, who reveals His words from time to time, from place to place. All the revealed books of God are also unerring, and they are the collected wisdom. Unerring means there is no mistake in it. If all the people of the world, all the learned people of the world, combined together, wants to find out a mistake in Bhagavad Gita or Tripatak or Bible or Quran or Guru Granth Sahib or Kitab-e-Aqdas or Kitab-e-Javasta, they cannot find one mistake. They cannot put a comma or a full stop. They cannot remove a word. They cannot add a word. These are the words of God. They are not the words of manifestations of God. All the manifestations of God were born and they died. These are not the books written by those who were born or died. They are the books of that God who never takes birth, who never dies. They are the words of God. Knowing these words means knowing God. Knowing these teachings, these words, we can know what is in the heart of God, what is good for us. 5,000 years ago, He gave this Bhagavad Gita. He sent it through Lord Krishna. It is not the word of Krishna. It is the word, it is Bhagavad Vani. It is not Krishna ki Vani. It is not Krishna, word of Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, if you see the whole conversation between Arjuna and Bhagavan, Krishna, what is Krishna was? He was the purest soul of the time. He was like a flute, a purest flute. So God was singing song and listening was done by, listener was Arjuna and Krishna was the flute. The message was passing of God, message was passing through the pure soul of Krishna to Arjuna. Why God did not say directly? God has no instrument. God doesn't want any instrument to have this instrument. Like this instrument of body, we have got. He has given to the manifestations of God this instrument. I have the instrument of, tongue. I have hands. I have so many things, so many instruments. But God is a soul. He doesn't have a mouth to speak. But then how to convey His message? So He creates these divine manifestations of God. They were the divine manifestations of God. They were the divine mystery. They were created by God. They were very specially created. They were made for this, that they suffer, they sacrifice in the path of God, and people, they must suffer to such an extent in the path of God that nobody on earth can suffer so much as they have suffered. So this is the power they give, strength of soul. They give so much of strength of soul that these people can sacrifice to any extent. God Himself says, whosoever has recognized me will arise and serve me with such determination that the powers of the earth and heaven shall be unable to defeat His purpose. God says, whosoever has recognized me, they were the people, they were the manifestations of God, they were the representative, they were themselves divine mystery. They were born to a man, a father and a mother. Their mother, father died, and they also died. Whosoever takes birth dies. But God never takes birth. So there is no question of His death. God never takes birth, never dies. God is eternal soul. Where is God? God is not up, God is not down, God is not here, there, but God is everywhere. God is in front of me, God is at the back of me, God is at the right hand, God is in the left hand, God is everywhere in the heart, in the air, in the water, in every atom there is a God. If you break the atom, you can make a bomb and many people will die. Just an atom, just a little sand, just one, take, then if you break it, then it can be an atom bomb. So much of power within. So dear children, remember, God is that entity who has sent all these things for the benefit of humanity. This book is unrevealed. There can be a mistake in it. These books are mistakeless. They are unerring and collected wisdom. Who collected them? The Creator, God, who has given these books, given these teachings, has collected all the wisdom of the past. Since the day one, when God created this earth, till the date, God revealed His word. Bhagavad Gita, He revealed 5,000 years ago. So all the wisdom of the past, of all the ages, since God created this earth, since then, till 5,000 years ago, all the wisdom he summarized and collected and put into this Bhagavad Gita. Revealed it to Krishna. And through the mouth of Krishna, it went to the Arjuna. Arjuna became wiser. He got wisdom. These are the books of wisdom. All the books, they are the books of wisdom. A man can become wise if he read these books, reflect on these books, understand these books, and act upon these books. Arjuna reflected on the teachings and acted upon the teachings, and he became wiser and he won the war. Although he had a very small army of 7 billion people, and the opponents, Kauravas, has 11 billion people. 11 Akshoni Sena, I don't know whether it is billion or thousand or whatever it is, but it is called Akshoni. There may be many, many people, I don't know how many people, but there we can say that there will be more than millions of people. So dear children, knowing these teachings means knowing God, number one. Number two, all these teachings have come from one God, because there is only one God. God of Krishna, God of Buddha, God of Jesus, God of Muhammad, God of Nanak, God of Baha'u'llah, God of Moses, Zoroaster, Abraham, Mahavir, or any manifestation. God is only one. And they are called manifestations of God. You can call them divine educators. You can call them in Hindi avatars. But they were all, the soul came from the soul of Almighty God. All this wisdom, the teachings came from one God. And these people gave these teachings to the people of the world. And when they died, their bodies were either burnt or buried, and their soul ascended to the same God wherefrom this came. Their God was one. Why we are fighting in the name of religion? Because of ignorance. It is ignorance of God. Since we do not know God, we fight in the name of God. Why? Because we don't study these books. Even if we study it, we don't reflect on these words. 1 hour's reflection is preferable to 70 years of pious worship. 1 hour's reflection is preferable to 70 years of pious worship. If you read these books for 70 years, cram them up, mug them up, and repeat it 70 years without any rest, without food, there is of no use. It is a waste of time. You reflect for 1 hour. You take one teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Go into the deep. Try to understand the spiritual meaning of it. Reflect upon it. And then understand it, internalize it, and act upon that. It is more than sufficient for millions and millions of years. Even one verse of Bhagavad Gita, or one verse of Tripatak, or one verse of Bible, or Quran, or Guru Granth Sahib, or Kitab Ekdas, or Kitab Edas.
We raise the banner of our school and see it flying high. We raise together all our voices till they reach the sky. CMS is the place to be. CMS is for you and me.
City Montessori School, the world's largest city school by pupils, a Guinness World Record holder, has been promoting a dynamic children's film culture to propagate the feeling of oneness of humanity, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, among children through organizing the International Children's Film Festival for the past several years every April.
The 10th International Children's Film Festival. How do you look at it? What have you to share with me on this one event?
I've been saying this to everyone, and I would like to put it on record. Then I think it's a great initiative by City Montessori School. I believe that pop culture, which is cinema, music, goes a long way in developing our personality. And unfortunately, in India, the main source of entertainment or cinema, music is Bollywood. And Bollywood doesn't churn out many children's films. Or, even the films that come out with universal certificates, I don't think they're particularly designed for, children to watch at an impressionable age. But at this age, if children are exposed to, this kind of world cinema, which focuses on social issues or personality building or, entertainment purely for children, I think it'll go a long way in developing their personalities. And I think it's a great thing that the school is doing, and I think more schools should get on board, and it should not be a yearly thing, and should be maybe a monthly thing, happening in other schools. I'm sorry, I don't want to put the
onus on City Montessori School.
Yeah, like that's all you'll be doing then. So maybe more schools should get into this, because I think it's just absolutely amazing, which is why when you called me, I jumped on board, because I was like, this is so good. As a child, I wish I had been exposed to world cinema, because unfortunately my upbringing has only been with exposure to Bollywood or here they're mainstream Hollywood films. But there is some amazing world cinema out there which I have only discovered after having taken up acting as a profession. But I don't think those films should only be watched by people in the business. They should be watched by everybody. So I think you guys are doing a great job.
Right. So any plans you have, toying with the idea of doing something actually proactive, in a proactive capacity for children's cinema?
I would love to make a children's film, and the kind of talent in my last film, I've in fact worked with Anushka, and when we cast her, we'd just seen a commercial of hers. We had unfortunately not seen a whole film, and I was just amazed, with the kind of talent we have. In this country, and kids, and like I said, because they're not making children's films, nobody's writing children's scripts, this kind of talent like a Darshil, like a Prabjot, I feel like in the movies that they completely outshone those big Bollywood stars. So children, we have like these amazingly talented children, but they're just not enough platforms for them. So I think I'm going to work on a children's script next.
So I think this is one good reason to have you guys over. You'll be going out and making children's films. That is what Dr. Gandhi wants.
Yes, absolutely, and I think everybody should be doing it. Yeah.
Let's talk about Sonal Sehgal, the actress.
This is really funny. When I was 4 years old, we used to have Charlie Chaplin on Doordarshan or whatever that time. I don't think we had that many channels. And we had Charlie Chaplin, and my parents were very, they kind of regulated what we watched, but Charlie Chaplin was allowed. So I think growing up, I never saw too many films, but I saw Charlie Chaplin and Spider-Man, and, I knew all these things. So, when kids go to, when you go to relatives' house or friend's house and they say, कि अब बड़े होके क्या बनना चाहते हो? So, children usually say doctor, engineer, pilot. I would say Charlie Chaplin. At 4 years old, I didn't know actor as a profession, So I said, क्या बनना चाहते हो? I would say Charlie Chaplin. So, and now when I look back in hindsight, Charlie Chaplin did produce, direct, write, act. He did a lot of things, and I would like to, actually be like Charlie Chaplin. That's a big milestone. He's obviously very accomplished. Yeah, I would again go and say I want to be Charlie Chaplin.
All right. So, would you like to come here again?
Oh, absolutely. If you'll have me, yeah.
Thank you so much, Sonal. Time not permitting, maybe we have to wind up right here. Thanks again for being here. I have Mr. Jitesh Singh Dev, Mr. India 2017 with me here at the City Montessori School International Children's Film Festival on day one. Jitesh is a civil engineer and recently got this title of Mr. India 2017. Congratulations one more time and welcome.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the warm welcome.
Jitesh is our very own. He's attending CMS as a guest today, but this is the place where he got his entire schooling.
Yeah, this is a place where I grew up. I built up my character over here क्योंकि हमेशा यही कहते हैं कि लोग चाहे लाइफ में कुछ भी करें लेकिन उनके रूट्स हमेशा उनका साथ देते हैं आगे जाके. So I think whatever I'm doing today in my life, CMS has played a very vital role in that, because from building up my character, from building up my habits, from building up the way the person I am. So I think CMS has played a very important role in it.
All right, as you talk about character building and all, Dr. Gandhi, founder manager of CMS, has a unique philosophy and a unique way he would like to bring up his children. What would you like to say? What comment would you make?
Previously I used to listen to Dr. Jagdish Gandhi sir's speech, so I used to find it a bit boring. Not boring, but a bit lengthy because he says a lot. But now after achieving something and after coming into the real world where the fight starts, then I started realizing that whatever he said was really connecting to everything, and that is so really important for everyone's life. Like it talks about world unity, world peace, and these all things are very important for a good world. And he always motivates the youth, because the youth is the future of the country. Now all the youths are motivated and channelized in the right direction, then they can make a big change in the world. And like the poster said, one day I will change the world. So definitely one day I will change the world.
And you have done it.
Yeah, I tried it, and most probably I'll do many things in life, and I've taken all the lessons from Jagdish Gandhi sir, and I'm on his path. So I'm following him, and I want to do big things like him. Yeah.
One question that I must pose to one and all visiting the film festival. How you think you can change the shape of things here at this festival?
Because I would like to say that films plays a very important role in everyone's life, because everyone connects to the films like emotionally and mentally, because education is provided through medium of films. Because one education is while reading and writing, another one is what you visualize and what you hear. So I think films play a very important role in shaping someone's life, because somehow or the other people connect with the films. So if we are giving them good content, good quality things, so I think it can help in connecting the people much better, and they can see themselves what they want to do actually in life.
And why you wanted to become a civil engineer? You passed out from CMS and went on to do your engineering.
Because I'm a guy who has a lot of energy within me. So I don't want to do any boring stuff like sitting 9 to 6 in a corporate office and doing work on a laptop. I wanted some outdoor activities. So civil engineering happened to be the best thing, because we had all the side jobs and everything. I was also interested because it was all the practical thing, because you can see civil engineering everywhere. So that's why I was very interested in civil engineering, and I thought that I can explore it a bit. And that's why after that I said, no, I can't utilize my energy in that zone. So I shifted to acting, because there I can give more to the world. Yeah.
All right. So it was civil engineering, then modeling, then Mr. India, then acting.
Mr. India. Now it's acting, yeah.
So let's talk about all that is happening, all that is unfolding now.
So I won Mr. India 3 months back, so I'm all set for the Mr. World platform, and already India has won this Mr. World and Miss World twice back to back. So this is the third time, and people say that winning a title is difficult, but retaining it back is very difficult. So everyone said कि no, India के पास नहीं आ सकता. This is very difficult for India to again win the title. But I always say that if you have positive belief in you, so you can achieve anything. और India की तो आदत है हैट्रिक लेने की. So I'm all set for it, all geared up. हमें preparation बहुत अच्छी चल रही है. और मैं कोशिश करूँगा और अपना पूरा 100% एफर्ट्स लगाऊंगा कि इंडिया के पास ही मिस्टर वर्ल्ड का टाइटल आए, और उसके बाद फिर मेरी बॉलीवुड की जर्नी स्टार्ट हो जाएगी. एंड एज मिस्टर जगदीश गांधी सेड कि एक फिल्म में हमें अच्छी चीज़ें दिखानी चाहिए, लाइक कॉल दरशील, जिन्होंने अपनी करियर की शुरुआती एक ऐसी फिल्म से करी जिसने काफ़ी लोगों का लाइफ चेंज किया, इट वॉज तारे ज़मीन पर। तो मैं भी चाहता हूँ कि मैं ऐसे प्रोड्यूसर्स, ऐसे डायरेक्टर्स के साथ काम करूँ जिससे एक मैसेज पहुँचे, एक सोशल मैसेज पहुँचे लोगों तक, और लोग बहुत ही इंस्पायर हो। जैसे आजकल मूवी आ रही है दंगल से लोग इतने इंस्पायर हुए, और अक्षय कुमार ऐसी मूवी कर रहे हैं सोशल कॉज में जो लोगों को बहुत इंस्पायर कर रही है। तो ऐसे ही डे टू डे लाइफ से कनेक्ट करके हमें मूवीज़ बनानी चाहिए जो कि लोग देखें और कुछ सीखें।
शिक्षात्मक, सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम एवं चिंतन हेतु विश्व एकता सत्संग में आप सभी सपरिवार सादर आमंत्रित हैं।